Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Mark talking to you from the foyer of Glamorgan Church. I have a very important announcement and some very important information to share with you on this day, Wednesday, December 16th, 2020. As I'm sure all of you are aware, last Tuesday on December 8th, due to the rapidly increasing numbers with coronavirus and all those implications, particularly the strain it was putting on our health system, our Premier of our province of Alberta announced some harsher guidelines for the entire province. And part of that affected congregations' ability to meet, putting some harsher restrictions and guidelines on worship gatherings. Well, the next evening, last Wednesday, December 9th, the board of directors met, and given all the implications and the challenges that we were faced with these new restrictions, we chose to suspend our worship gatherings immediately at that time. And we also put it into the hands of Ministry Division to begin to develop a plan whereby we could meet again. So my purpose today is to announce to you that we will be resuming our worship services effective immediately here at Glamorgan Church of God, 4715 45th Street, Southwest Calgary, to be put in place for this coming Sunday, December 20th. Now, I want to be very clear about something as I continue on with this announcement. Leadership at every level, the federal, provincial, municipal, health standards wise, every level of leadership has been encouraging people to stay at home as much as possible. And we do not want to rebel or encourage people to go against that. I want to begin by making it clear that the leadership of Glamorgan Church, the pastoral staff, our board of directors, our ministry division, are encouraging people to follow the guidelines of Alberta Health Services to stay at home as much as possible. To that end, we're going to continue to live stream all our worship gatherings beginning at 10:45 each Sunday morning, as well as recording those services and posting them on YouTube for you to watch and participate and be involved at home without taking any risks of coming into gatherings. However, having said that, we've also been granted the privilege to gather at our building on Sundays for corporate worship to allow for spiritual, emotional, and mental health and growth for those who would choose to attend and find that important for them. So I am announcing we will resume on-site live worship here at our location starting December 20th, 2020. Now, having said that, there are some significant guidelines and restrictions we are choosing to adhere to here at Glamorgan Church. Our ministry division has developed a very detailed document outlining those guidelines, the restrictions, our policies, and how we'll be following those. And we will be emailing that to you for those who would like to read those details and become aware and informed on them. My purpose with this announcement and with this video is just to inform you of the resumption of gatherings and to highlight just a few of the very important restrictions and guidelines and policies we're asking you to cooperate with as we resume worshiping this coming Sunday, December 20th. One of the greatest challenges and hurdles for our leadership to deal with has to do with the limitations placed on how many people can attend. The restriction is that we can have up to 15% of capacity by fire code worshiping with us. Fire code has identified Glamorgan Church as a capacity of 250 people to meet. 15% of that is 37, technically 37.5 people. We're going to go with 37 as how many people can attend our gatherings here on site during this time of further restrictions. So that's including all attenders, all volunteers, all staff, and so on. So to help us meet that need and that requirement, here are some things we're asking you to do. These things are very important. Please take note and please follow these things. The first thing we are asking of you, that if you plan to attend on Sunday, please make an RSVP before you go to bed Thursday evening for this coming Sunday. So tomorrow is Thursday. Before you go to bed, if you plan to attend, please make a reservation. There are no more standing reservations. That, as we were meeting and gathering, it became just simpler to have some standing reservations. Those who were sure that they were going to be attending every week, and they would only let us know if they weren't attending. That's not going to be possible at this time. We plan to lift these restrictions as soon as we're able to, but because of the 15% of capacity, we are needing to enforce this. There are no more standing reservations. You must make a reservation if you plan to attend every week. So in terms of those making reservation guidelines, here are the important things you need to know. RSVPs can be made two ways. You can do it by email. You can email office@glamorganchurch.ca. Or the second way is to make a phone call and leave a message at our church office, 403-242-1921, and be sure to press extension 21. Now, some of you have phoned me at home or Pastor Rachel at home or on our cell phones, or you've texted us, or you've emailed our individual emails. For simplicity of organizing and keeping to the 15%, we are asking, please take note of these places to make reservation. Email office@glamorganchurch.ca, not Mark, not Rachel, no one else, office@glamorganchurch. And or leave a message on our answering system, extension 21. No other extension, not mine or Pastor Rachel's, only at extension 21. This will just help Pastor Rachel and I to be able to manage all the different reservations that are coming in. If you make a reservation, but you discover after the fact that you are not going to be able to attend, please let us know that you are withdrawing your reservation by again calling the same number, 403-242-1921, extension 21, so that we are ensuring that we are making room for others who perhaps were not able to fit within the 15% limitation. And so if you make a reservation but can't keep it, please let us know. Persons who show up on Sunday morning who are not on the seating plan will only be allowed into the sanctuary if the maximum seating capacity has not been exceeded. If people show up, if visitors show up, if guests come on Sunday morning that don't know about our reservation plans, we want to be able to find a place for them if possible. And so we are making some allowance. But if we are filled to capacity by reservations, we aren't going to be able to keep that. Okay, so those are important guidelines in making reservations before coming on Sunday. Please follow through on those. It'll be so helpful. We don't want to have to tell people you can't come because you missed a reservation or something like that. Okay, now before coming, make sure you self-assess yourself each Sunday morning before coming to our church building. If you do not yet know what that means, here is a website that you can look up. If you need to, press pause, write this website down, and go through a self-assessment. Please follow these guidelines. You will be asked at the door when you arrive if you have self-assessed, if you have any of the symptoms or the situations described on these self-assessments. So save ourselves some hassle. Do this before leaving home to make sure that you are healthy before you're gathering together with the other people here at our church. We will make sure that seating arrangements by your RSVPs will be 2 meters or more apart from each other. There is no longer the capacity to put cohort groups together. Only individuals and household family units are able to sit together. We must maintain the 2 meters in the parking lot, in their entryway, in the foyer, and in our seating. Please be aware of that as you are making your way in and into and out of the sanctuary. Please keep physical distance of at least 2 meters. Along with that, face masks are required to be worn the entire time you're on our property and in the building during worship and after worship, and not to be taken off until you leave our property. The only exceptions for that are people who are under the age of 2, and for those who have medical conditions that make it difficult or impossible for you to wear a mask. So please keep physical distance and keep your masks on at all time. Now, here's something else we need to tell you. Visiting in the building is discouraged. What we mean by that is loitering, hanging out. Other than coming in and leaving the church, please do not stop and visit one another. There are no longer, during this time, permission for social gatherings inside or outside. So after you leave worship or as you arrive to worship, please do not stand in the parking lot or anywhere on our property and visit with one another. It's unfortunate we have to make these regulations, and we sure don't want to have to come chasing after anyone to follow this. Please keep yourself aware and mindful. No stopping and visiting on the property inside or outside at any time over these next few weeks. Now, if you have any more questions, concerns about any of this, watch for the upcoming announcement about this, where we will have attached to that all the details of our guidelines and policies for our time of gathering. I would also say that you could call church staff or our ministry division or board members to have a further understanding about this. One more thing, there might be some question about Christmas Eve service. We are deciding not to have a live Christmas Eve service here at our facility. The reality is, we often have guests, visitors show up, and they just might not know about the need to make reservations or how to make a reservation. And we risk having too many people show up and having then to turn people away. And so for simplicity's sake, what we're going to do is we are going to pre-record a Christmas Eve service for you, that you in your own home at the time that works best for your family or yourself as you celebrate Christmas Eve, you'll be able to watch that. Watch for upcoming announcements and release of the Christmas Eve service, and that will be an opportunity for you as well. I hope this is understandable to you. I hope you are able to follow these guidelines. Let's keep each other safe because of love. Let's honor our leaders because of love. Our Lord is love. We're to be people of love. Let's function from love and respect, honoring one another above ourselves. And so during this Advent season, may the hope of Jesus Christ, may the love of Jesus Christ, may the joy of Jesus Christ, and the peace of Jesus Christ fill you and your loved ones, your family, to abundance and overflowing for the glory of God. Merry Christmas, everyone. Lord bless.